the night sky above the nation's capital, down flashes a shooting megastar on a mission of mercy. Zeroing in on her rooftop helipad, bearing priceless gifts of caring and sharing, she touches down to touch the hearts of her celebrity guests who tremble in anticipation in her luxury penthouse below. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dame Edna Experience with Dame Edna Everage.
My knitted tribute to the 60s, my gorgeous psychedelic cosy, isn't it beautiful? Welcome to Everage Towers, my gorgeous penthouse accommodation, and I've got all mod cons here, including an orchestra. Isn't that rather unusual? Hello, Laurie. Lovely to see you. Yes, I have an orchestra in my own home, and, spookily enough, an audience. That's very unusual. Yes, people are part of my soft furnishings here. You see, my television viewers are only with me for about 45 minutes per week, but this flat of mine sits, well, the audience here sits here for about 24 hours a day. And they're bored witless in the small hours of the morning. But what other star gets a round of applause when she gets out of bed in the morning and cleans her teeth? Oh, can you imagine Madonna getting a standing ovation every time she rummages for a pair of unladdered pantyhose? But to tell you the truth, I get my biggest hand in the smallest room possible. But make yourself useful. Please make yourself useful, audience. You know, I mean, hoover the rugs, take out the rubbish, give the dogs a bit of a walk. Otherwise, everything would have to be left to my old friend and bridesmaid, Madge Allsop. Hello, Madge. There she is. Oh, I've encouraged her. Oh, don't. Every time I see her, she looks more and more like something that's been excavated from a peat bog, don't you, Madge? I have to be a little bit cruel. I have to be cruel to be kind, and if I want to be very kind to Madge, I have to be very cruel. I'm sorry, but I do. In fact, I love her so much, I'm willing to be utterly monstrous to her problems. But what other New Zealand droob gets a chance to make the beds upstairs for a former Prime Minister, a former First Lady, a former sparring partner to Sylvester Stallone, a former gorgeous 60s pop idol? Because, you see, my guests tonight are Ted Heath, Imelda Marcos, Dolph Lundgren, and First Lady of Song, my gorgeous friend, Dusty Springfield! Exciting. The badge, Madge, the badge. You're looking...
I didn't land on you. Isn't that amazing?
There you
I had
are.
nightmares about those stairs last night.
Oh, don't worry. Excuse our Dusty. Oh.
I'll make myself comfortable.
Hello? Hello? Who is it?
Large.
It's Ted Heath here.
Oh, hello, darling. You're downstairs, are you?
Yes, I am. I'm waiting.
Oh, darling, really? Well, look, I'm not quite ready for you yet, Mr. Heath. I'm sorry, just hang around down there for a minute, will you, darling? Bye. Oh, dear.
Busy night?
Oh, it's always busy here at Everage Towers, Dusty.
Terribly glamorous.
Dusty. Now, that's not your real name, is it possible?
No, I'm still trying to find the so-and-so that gave me that name.
Oh, no, I'd like it. It's quite a
It sounds like
raunchy little name.
Country singer.
It is, but What is your real name, dare I ask?
Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien. It's a good Polish name, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it? Oh, we've got some Poles in the audience tonight, by the way.
I used to go to Polish mass.
It's certainly not a Church of England name.
No, it is not.
I'll put it that way.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm trying to think of you. Get a little picture of you as a kiddie, my darling Dusty.
Oh, dear. Must
No, you're beautiful. You are, but we all had our little juvenile origins. I wasn't the beautiful person I am now when I was a kiddie. I
know the feeling.
was a little bit plain, to tell you the truth.
I can't believe
It's
that.
hard to believe,
I
I
know. Metamorphosis.
I beg your pardon, darling?
Never mind. It's not catching.
What were you like? Tell me, paint a little...
Hideous. Hideous, hideous. No, I was a very large child for a small child, if you know what I mean. I was sort of the kind of child that no one could think of anything else to say, but doesn't she have lovely colouring?
Oh,
you
don't
know?
they say these are euphemisms?
Lovely feet.
I know, when they used to call people vivacious, it always meant they were
yes.
chatterboxers.
Hurt
Is another one, and when a girl was light on her feet, she was always enormously fat, wasn't she? Or a girl with strong features was as ugly as sin.
The elephant woman.
What was your hair colouring?
Red. Extremely red. Yeah, there was my mother used to put those awful corkscrews, you know, ringlets, and I could sit on them.
Oh, could you?
It was most uncomfortable. I spent a lot of time with my chin like this.
I was thinking of the hair on your head, as a matter of fact. No, please. Oh, please.
That's still the same.
I have a permissive audience, I'm afraid. You were a war baby, weren't you, Possum?
Yes.
Oh, can you remember those horrible times?
Ah, well, a certain amount about it. I mean, most of it was just sort of noise. I didn't live in London. We were sort of
So you weren't bombed.
evacuated, I think the word is.
Evacuated.
All
that's
of us,
right.
parents and all. I got my parents to come with me. I probably would have had a whole lot more fun had they not come.
But you had enough to eat, I hope.
Oh, yeah, my gosh. But after the war, it's funny because I'd never seen a banana, because in those days they used to queue up for an orange, right? But I'd definitely never seen a banana, and I always remember the first time, it was about a year or two after the war, and it just frightened me for life, actually, because my mum had this banana behind her back, which I subsequently found out it was a banana. She goes, "Stick 'em up!" And I went, "Ah!" And it's frightened me for life. I swear to God, my entire perception of life is
dear,
frightened.
what woman doesn't remember her first sight of a banana, does
Caution.
I do.
Yes, I do too.
In fact, I wish I'd seen my first one during the blackout. However, you're a pioneer. Now, you mightn't think that, but that's the word I'm giving to you, my dearest Dusty.
A pioneer.
Because you pioneered a look. A special kind of panda look, it was.
Yes, it's somewhat modified these days. I still have a very soft spot for pandas. They are my favourite animals after cats.
I adore them.
Yeah.
But I love that. It was the mascaraed look that you pioneered, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that came from being so short-sighted. I mean, you know how it is. Are you short-sighted or
Well,
long-sighted?
no, I see. These old eyes don't miss much.
No, but actually, if you have to take your glasses off to put your eyes on, then you can't really see what you're doing, so you put too much on, and that's how it came
Simple
about.
as that.
It is very simple.
Did you ever try contact lenses, Dusty?
Yeah, but I've always got cat hair in my eyes, so it doesn't really work. It hurts too much.
You shouldn't let those cats sit on your face, Dusty.
It's a hobby.
You pioneered again the sort of bouffant, beehive look. You must have got through a lot of hair lacquer in those days.
I still do.
You probably had your own hole in the ozone layer.
I make a large contribution, I think.
See, Madge here.
Yes.
Oh, she was into henna not very long ago. She used to fill the bath with henna. It was a ghastly sight to see her sitting up in it. She'd come out of it half tandoori. She had permanent red pantyhose for a couple of weeks, didn't she? I don't know if you ever have this problem, but there are a lot of wannabe Ednas. There's a lot of Edna clones. As a matter of fact, I hear people do me at parties.
I bet they do.
I wish they'd let me know. And I think there's a lot lot of wannabe Dusties, too.
Well, there certainly were. I mean, it did set up a look. Well, it is somewhat sort of on the old Ready, Steady, Go days. It was a bit sort of weird seeing little domed creatures, you know, with the beehives and black eyes, because that's all I could see was these sort of little clones.
It's spooky, isn't it?
Extremely
I once
spooky.
went and there was an Edna park. And you know, there are even Madge lookalikes now. They
There
have
are?
Madge parties on Halloween, mostly. However, there's a word that's applied to us. Survivor.
Oh, dear.
Do you like that epithet?
Do you like it?
No.
No, it sort of implies something in the Antarctic or something different.
So, or
right.
someone, well, as though they're clinging to the wreckage. It's as though
Wreckage of
when
their
they call
life,
you a
yes.
survivor,
Yeah.
you're very far from being a survivor, Dusty Springfield. You've been honing your artistry, you know. A day at a time, this woman has been growing and developing, and it's now, I think, a very mature and very beautiful artist is here with me tonight. And I want to hear something which could be the climax of your career, an aspect of the gentling of Dusty Springfield, if I may say so.
Right.
Your new song, In Private. Would you sing it just for me?
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Dusty's big new hit single, beautifully performed. My son Kenny mimes to all of your records. And I think a lot of people do. I've wondered for a long time who actually sang them, as a matter of fact. And now I know. We'll see you all after this comfort stop. Well, Possums, it's a bit of a mutual admiration society. Dusty's been saying how well I look, and I've been saying how well she looks.
I don't know what creams you use on your face.
Darling,
it's so smooth.
It's inward. It's something spooky. A lot of Edna watchers all over the world have been saying how different I look, as though I'm glowing. I'm vibrant.
Radiant.
Fulfilled is the word that crops up a lot, and I am. Thanks to the man upstairs, and I don't mean a power greater than myself. I mean my present house guest. Yes, up in his room, pumping iron, and occasionally caressing the new leather jacket I've bought him. Ladies and gentlemen, my resident toy boy, Dolph Lundgren! Oh, Dolph, darling.
You look wonderful.
I'm feeling wonderful.
Yeah, I love that dress.
Oh, it's beautiful. You've never seen this before. I didn't wear this to the Caprice when we went for dinner the other night.
I wish you would have.
The tongues were wagging after that, Possums. And I want everyone to know, and I'm sure you'd like me to make this statement, Dolphy, that our relationship is completely platonic. It is. Until we, in the fullness of time, as intelligent, grown-up people, elect of our own accord to play cars and garages.
I love the way you put that. It's just so romantic.
It was romantic, isn't it? And it will be when it happens, if it happens. Tell me, Norm. Oh, I'm sorry, Dolph. Norm is the name of my ex. And he really is an ex. His grave is marked by a cross.
Oh. Good, thank you.
But what about your little ex, Grace Jones? I don't really want to hear much about it, but how did you meet, Dolph?
No, we met over sandwich in Australia, actually.
Did your parents approve, though? She's an unusual type of a woman.
Well, my father was a little hesitant. I mean, he liked everything but the crew cut, so...
Well, she does look a little bit spooky sometimes, darling.
Well,
I'm very glad
you may put it that way, yes.
You're moving towards...
Sorry.
You're moving towards a more normal type of woman now.
Yes.
Of course, she's got a bit of a Grace Jones fixation, Dolph. The other night, I found her in the bathroom, blacking up, you know.
Really?
Using the mascara wand in a fashion for which it was not intended. What happened when you, well, fell from grace, in a manner of speaking?
Well, boy, you're so clever, darling.
Well, there was Paula. There was Paula.
Yes, it was.
Well...
But she was wonderful, Paula.
She was pretty.
She was pretty. She was.
Did you meet at a party or in a concert or a restaurant?
Almost. It was in a bed with two other women.
That was a case of overbooking, if ever I...
Actually, it was a photo shoot.
It's always difficult finding a foursome, though, isn't it? I mean... Excuse me.
Sorry.
The sooner do I look at it than it rings. Hello?
It's Ted Heath here again.
Oh.
I'm still here, Dame Edna.
Oh, darling.
it's cold out here. Can't you at least press a buzzer so I can come into the foyer?
Oh.
That's the French for the hall.
All right, darling. If I must, you importunate, impatient man, I'll let you in. Oh, come up to the top floor, Mr. Heath. Bless his heart. Oh.
I forgot about him.
I completely forgot about him. He must be freezing to death
What a host
down there. Dusty, can you possibly believe this gorgeous man was actually beaten by Sylvester Stallone in, what was it, Rocky 15?
Ray.
Impossible to believe.
Must have hit him in the knees. He's very small.
You're so trim,
He
you're
did.
so lean. How do you do it?
I work out with Madge. Yeah.
You work out with Madge?
Madge, of course. Yeah.
At what time in the morning does this occur, prithee? What do you do exactly?
1 second.
Can't believe this.
All right. Do you really want to know?
Yes.
All right, Madge. Okay, doll. Let's show them. Come on. Come on, don't be afraid. Well, let's do one of these. Oh, okay. 1, 2.
My goodness! Put her down! Put her down! You down there!
I'm sorry, darling. Come on. Come on, my
Oh, dear. Madge, the badge for Dolph,
It's
please.
innocent. It's innocent.
And he was
Heaven's
quiet.
sake.
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't hear
Sorry,
it.
Dolph. Here we are. Where's I forget your name? Possums. Most upmarket London penthouses, and probably penthouses all over the world, Dolph and Dusty, have a very highly trained Filipino staff, and mine is no exception, except the little woman who smilingly vims my vanity unit is my next guest. She's the former First Lady of all the Filipinos. Yes, Imelda Marcos! She's wearing my shoes! An emergency brake! Let's have an emergency brake! She uses the facilities. It's my pantyhose. What an ungrateful klepto Imelda is. It's me. Well, Possums, the indicator on my lift tells me. Oh, by the way, that dog, don't worry, she's all right. My dog has no teeth. She just had a very nasty suck. The indicator on my left tells me my next guest has reached penthouse level. Ladies and gentlemen, former Prime Minister of England, nautical identity, musical prodigy, the Right Honourable Edward Heath. Yes, here, Mr. Dolph Lundgren, Dusty Springfield. Oh, hello, sailor. It's beautiful to have you here. It's marvellous. And did that tune mean anything special?
Oh, yes.
When you're smiling?
Quite a lot. That was my signature tune when I had a band in my regiment during the war, the First War, the Second War. I was born in the First War. And, like you. And, so we chose that as our signature tune. And this was really to relieve the periods of boredom during the war when we weren't in action. And we had a very good band. We were very lucky. There were lots of good players in the battery. And, of course, those were the days of the big bands, Jack Payne, Jack Hilton, and so on. And so we had a big band.
Very
we used to play Tiger Rag and all the exciting things like that.
I loved those big bands. There was a band led by someone called Ted Heath, and for many years I confused the two of you.
Oh, no, surely not.
Well, we Australians, you know.
Oh, of course, yes. I once had a letter which was a very good illustration of this, because I was Minister of Labour at the time. And my private secretary came in and he said, I think you'd like to see this letter. And he'd folded over the covering letter, and it was from a man who had had a very rough time. And he said, I've been unemployed so many years, nobody does anything about it. You're Minister of Labour, can't you do something for me? You are my last resort. And he'd signed it. And then I turned it over, and the covering letter said, Dear Ted Heath, I think this one's for you. Yours sincerely, the other Ted Heath. They delivered it to the band leader.
Delightful. Well, we're very... The badge, Madge, please. Sorry, Mr. Heath. Thank you, darling. Oh, just in case I forget people's names. Yeah.
That's the Australian way of looking at it, isn't it?
Well, it is. I must say, though, that it's gorgeous to have you, because you are not just a politician. I think it's marvellous to be a politician, but I'm a bit of a Renaissance person. I can turn my hand to a lot of things.
Really?
And, well, I can. And
You can, yes.
I sing, and I'm a bit of an ambassador for Australia, too.
You sing, but I didn't think you were very musical when I heard you sing.
Well, you listen very carefully at the end of the show, Possum. Little Dusty and I are going to sing a duet, aren't we, Dusty?
God help them all.
But you're a friend of the arts, and you began life really as a musician, didn't you?
Well, I began life, I suppose, as a fairly poor boy. My father was a carpenter. My mother, when she married him, was a maid, and we never had very much money. And I knew that if I was going to do anything in school, I had to do it on a scholarship, which I did. But I was always immensely interested in music, and they encouraged it, my parents, and my brother as well. My brother became a violinist. And then at school, I did a great deal of music, a massive music. I sang in the church choir. When my voice broke, then I played the church organ, and I didn't start conducting until I was 15.
Quite a story of achievement, because you were transplanted from your home into the University of Oxford.
That's quite right.
So your organ scholarship, it was really an organ transplant in a way. Oh, dear. But
I knew you'd try to get it in somewhere.
Dolph, my neck, darling, my neck.
Oh.
Darling, please.
Help her out.
Yeah,
Please.
sure. Of course. Always.
I'm jealous, but...
Were your parents very, very proud of you?
Yes, they were. I think to begin with, they were disappointed because my father very much wanted me to become... My father very much wanted me to become an accountant. And I didn't like the idea. I said that looking after people's figures was a very sterile occupation.
Yes.
So...
You find that? That's lovely, darling. Thank you. Much nicer.
I refused to be an accountant. And he lived until he was 88. And just before he died, he said to me, well, you became Prime Minister, but I still wish you'd taken up a respectable occupation.
Thank you, Dolph. Lovely, darling. It's funny, isn't it? Because my mother still can't adjust to the fact that I'm a megastar. It's extraordinary that our parents have some kind of a fantasy ambition for us, but it's nice to please them. I sometimes think that my parents were unpleasable, Mr. Heath.
No, surely not.
When you entered Downing Street, it was, of course, after Mr. Macmillan's operation, wasn't it? He had a prostate operation, much the same as my husband.
But we had an interval of 6 years with Mr. Wilson there.
Oh, yes.
After Mr. Macmillan. Then I went in 1970.
Straight after the Wilsons.
I went straight in after Wilson, yes. And they said, I'm sorry, we've got to tell you that this place has got dry rot. So that's been the trouble. I hadn't realised that. And I said, well, then get on and clear it all out. And, of course, the usual thing happened, that they said, we'll do the big parlour first. And then they said, oh, I'm sorry, it's gone into the blue parlour. And then they said, oh, we're sorry, it's gone to the white parlour. And they spent all that time. Absolutely, with dry rot. Yeah.
Well, did you have to redecorate much after
that? All through Mr.
that?
Wilson's administration.
Was there much redecorating?
Then I had the whole of number 10 redone. And, of course, I found that upstairs in the private flat, their main decoration was enamel plaques with flying ducks on them, you know. Which wasn't really quite my line. So
well, they're coming back into fashion now, Mr. Heath. Well, funny enough, I've got them in my own home.
No.
But it's a revival. I mean, I've got them up there because it's chic. It's a new thing.
I see.
It is. I suppose the poor Wilsons were outside number 10 watching what you put in the skip. Did they ever see the house after you'd redecorated it?
Yes, they did, because I had a great party for everybody who had helped and so on. And I
wouldn't
invited
have recognised it, poor darlings. That was a bit mean.
Mary was very nice about it. She said, well, if we come back, we'll change all of this again. So I saw the ducks flying in. You know.
But she is nice, isn't she? I adore Mary.
She's a delightful person.
Of course, she was Harold Wilson's hostess, and did you have someone to look after your guests, or did you do it single-handed?
Oh, I did it with 2 hands. Yes, I looked after them myself. And I think you can do this perfectly well.
And I think so too, but I mean, who looks after Mr. Heath? That worries me as a bit of a motherly, clucky type of a woman. I mean, when there's a little bit of spinach on your teeth, who tells you? When there's a little bit of shaving cream on your ears, who tells you that, darling?
I don't use it. I don't use shaving cream.
Oh?
I just look in the mirror if I think there's anything on my teeth.
Oh, do you? Well,
yes. So. Oh, that's all right. That doesn't worry me at all. We used to have a lot of entertaining at number 10 and a great deal of music. Music the whole time.
Oh, lovely.
Very exciting.
My darling, tell me this. At the moment, do you have, staff? I mean, do you have anyone very special who looks after your home?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have a housekeeper who looks after my home in Salisbury.
Yorkshire type of a woman?
No, she's... I know what you mean. She's...
Are you sure you know what I
mean? She's a Wiltshire woman.
A Wiltshire woman? And
delightful.
in London?
In London, I have a Spanish lady.
How spooky. It is, because I have 2 Spanish helpers.
Oh, well, you can afford it. I can't.
What's her name?
Mine is Teo.
Teo?
Yes.
I have a cleaning lady called Purificación. And I have another little Spanish helper called Contracepción.
How'd you get the 2 to work together?
Goodness, you're making me do it now. No, she always wears the rubber gloves. Strong women. Do you like strong women?
No. It's not those who say that strong. I like very feminine women.
Well, I'm going to let you into a secret, which I doubt is much of a secret from perceptive man like you. I'm a strong woman, but I've retained my femininity. And I'm very, very proud of that. And yet I get a lot of calls from the current Prime Minister at all hours of the day and night asking for advice. Does she still ring you by any chance?
She hasn't rung me for 13 years.
She might be soon, says Dusty.
She's asking you for advice about femininity?
What? Yes, how can I become softer, she says. The other night she woke me at 3 a.m, driving me mad. Where is Hong Kong? She said. She said, Edna, she was crying. She said, how do I pronounce Ich bin ein Berliner? She said, how do I pretend to like the environment? It's so difficult. You know, but of course, Maggie, and I've given her what advice I could as a woman because we're all sisters under the skin.
But has it had any effect?
Well, not noticeably. Sisters, well, it's very important to me. We're sisters in a way too, aren't we, Dusty?
Yeah. You know, we're very close to you.
We are. I feel a song coming on. Excuse I. Sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I here to keep an eye on her, sharing every little thing that we are wearing. When a certain gentleman arrived from Rome, I wore the frock and I stayed home. All kinds of weather, we cling together, the same in the rain and sun. Two different faces, but in tight places, we hate and we act as one. Those who seen us say that not a thing could come between us. Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can. Nobody can. Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord help the mister who comes between me and my man. Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. We may not go far, but sure as a star.